Cool. We're just trying this vertical live situation. If that's what YouTube wants us to do, that's what YouTube wants us to do. I hope everyone is having a good day. I've been having a nice chill day. Currently just working on more dragon scales. This is the second and final panel, I should say. I finished the smocking last night, and I started pressing it today. Did some pressing while I was on a nice phone call with my mother, so that was nice. Doing some planning for my summer trip back to Colorado, which is just in July, just for a little bit in July. But yeah, I thought I would do a live for about an hour. I have Melos Machina tonight over at the Adventurers Pack, so I'm excited for that, but I just know it has been a while since I've done a live. It's been at least a couple of weeks since I've done a live here, so here I am. It's just been raining nonstop for the last few hours, which is fine, I guess. I am fairly over the rain, but why does this look so good? I know that sounded really egotistical, but it does. I'm realizing I should post on Discord that I am doing this. Entertain yourselves, please. Granted, my microphone is right on my chest, so I sound like I'm still right next to you. Maybe I am. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Discord, why are you being so rude? Okay, there we go. I'm coming back, I swear. Self-promo. How you say self-promo? There we go. Back to the project at hand. It is funny, the last time that I posted going live on this channel was rainy day sewing. And guess what? It's raining again. What's the deal with that? But to be honest, as much as I sew and as often as it's been raining lately, there's lots of days that I am sewing and it's raining. So while it may seem like a coincidence, it's just probability at this point. Ooh, quite warm. Yes, yes, yes. Also, I'm having like a mountain man lumberjack era right now. My facial hair has gotten quite robust, more robust than I normally have it. And I've got my flannel on, hair pulled back. I don't hate the look, but it's just not what I'm used to. Mm. This process will never get old. I can honestly say. Like, even though this process is one of the more tedious parts of this project, it is also one of the moments where things really start to crystallize and coalesce. So it's really, really fulfilling and really satisfying to go from this like this chaotic texture here into all of the scales going the same direction, oriented in the same way. It's just delicious. Absolutely nummy. Oh, the rain. Pitter pattering on my air conditioner. I also gotta say, my seam in the middle of this panel on this particular side is so much better than the one on the other panel. Or at least so far. It's less bulky and less obvious, which is great because it's right smack dab, like on the edge of a scale. At least it's not in the middle of a scale. That would have been real bad. Yeah, like I was saying, this turning chaos into order is still just so amazing to me. And honestly, I think that's one of the things that drives a lot of people to craft, to textile arts, to just really any art, is I feel like it helps us organize the chaos of our minds and the chaos of our lives. It allows us to put it somewhere. And we might not be able to control all of the chaos that goes on around us any given day, but dang it, if we can't control the work that we are currently doing right in front of us, put everything where it's meant to go gently. We're not forcing anything. We're just letting the fabric tell us where it wants to go, how it wants to go there, and we just gently coax it, guide it. We're not forcing it. What are you crunching on, bud? No. You know, just Rowan being Rowan. chewing on something he definitely shouldn't be. I swear that cat has zero self-preservation instincts. Just zero. None. And not in like a way that he's dumb necessarily, but in a way that he's like the rich kid that never had to like budget. And then the second they had to budget, they're like, what do you mean money's real? That's kind of Rowan. He's like, what do you mean I shouldn't try to die? Isn't that right, buddy? You're the problem cat in this household. I can't even say curiosity killed that cat because it would be hubris for him. And I feel like we've had this exact same conversation before. Well, Rowan hasn't stopped being an idiot, so we're probably going to be having that conversation often. Honestly, this shouldn't be surprising. But I've got to say, this panel went so much more smoothly than the other one. And it's all in the prep. I really did my best to keep all of the layers sandwiched properly. Made sure that I got a solid seal between the fashion fabric and the backing fabric with the fusible interfacing in between. But then I also zigzag stitched the edges all the way around so that the whole panel acted basically as like one thick, but one chunk of fabric when I was doing the smocking. And so I was able to get more accurate smocking done, which has now, in turn, given me much better defined scales that are way easier to get put in place. But I suppose it's also I did like a few hours of this before with the other panel. So, you know, you learn. You learn something new with every project. You learn what techniques work, how to take, I don't want to say shortcuts in like a pejorative sense, but like smart shortcuts, time saving hacks, I guess, is what they're more often called today. So I'm just using this, technically it's a bacon press. I'm just using this to absorb some of the heat from the iron to set these pleats a little bit. Since the fashion fabric is Tencel, which is a plant-based fiber, it's not going to hold a pleat forever if it gets like washed or something. It will lose some shape. However, the backing fabric is a faux satin. It's basically polyester satin, meaning that with this heat, basically it's melting-ish, melting the fabric, melting the fibers of the fabric, and those will hold the shape. The fusible interfacing is in between the two layers, so it will help give structure to these pleats. But if this were to get wet, it's the satin that is going to keep it together, basically. Granted, I will say maybe spraying these a little bit with water once everything is up. Maybe I'll just steam it, the whole suit, because I want everything to lay really flat and relaxed. And a fresh press is kind of the opposite of relaxed. But in general, I think it would be good to soften up the whole piece once it's ready to be tried on and styled. I'm in the stage of wanting to work on all of the detail stuff, but I wanted to give myself the goal of finishing this fabric before moving on to any other project, because I was like, otherwise this is going to stay unsmocked forever unless I say, get this done, then you can move on to the detail work. So here we are, almost at the halfway mark. It's always a good feeling. I would say I've done about a quarter of this in 30 minutes, maybe. I kind of want to do this with like an oil slick fabric. If I could find one for the shirt for a reasonable price, I might do it. So I do want to make a shirt for this suit using this detail on the back yoke and then having the pleats basically go down along the spine. The front, I think, would also be diagonally pleated just so that there's some sort of cohesion between the front and the back. And then I might also do some details of scaling around the cuffs, basically. I would like to get all this done by the Met Gala. I think I mentioned this in my last video. The Met Gala this year, it's the first Monday in May, is like some sort of garden themed. I forgot exactly which one, but this I think would fit the bill perfectly. So yeah, I think I am going to kind of like try to get all of this done by the Met Gala. So it's all posted before instead of after. Yeah, generally I've been pretty bad about doing it right before and rushing the project, but this I think is in a good position that I feel confident that it will be in a done, if not mostly done, project. I think I have settled on doing pants with the remainder of the wool fabric if I can get away with it. So I might have to bring in some supplemental fabric. Like part of me is tempted to make riding pants. So I can make the interior fabric like a solid color of something and then the wool on the outside. But I don't know because I don't have a ton of my hand-woven wool fabric left. So I'm a little concerned that I'd only have enough left for a vest, which would be cool to have like a three-piece suit, but a vest and a jacket without the pants seems weirder than a jacket and pants without the vest. Just my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if you think it's weirder to have jacket and pants but no vest. And I will say, ain't nothing about this suit that is traditional. So, like, at that point, I'm not trying to be traditional in any sense. Going off gut feelings here of is it weird? And I'm of the camp that I don't think it's weird to be no vest, but yes, pants and jacket. My iron sounds like it has a hungry stomach, like a little stomach growl. And it's rather cute. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Kind of want to let this cool off, dry out. But yeah, this is looking really good. You can kind of see all of the faint lines in between all the squares here. And they stop existing once they've been ironed because I'm using heat erasable pens. But you can also definitely see that the backing fabric is securing even more to the fashion fabric due to the fusible interfacing. I have double-sided fusible interfacing in between the two layers. Luckily, you won't see that in the finished jacket. So I actually use the lining fabric on the other side of this. Woo! Sorry. I'm awake. I'm awake. Okay, that was a dramatic one, Iron. Hmm. Just a nice chill moment. Like, I know I haven't been chatting much in the last few minutes, but sometimes it's nice to just work with people silently. Maybe you have this playing while you're working on your own project, body doubling. It's really nice. Sometimes to just be in the company of other creative people while you yourself are working on a creative endeavor. Because I do think it can be kind of lonely to be an artist. Granted, a lot of us, I think, enjoy that solitude. Um, but sometimes you can be alone together, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. Like, I absolutely love being able to just hang out in a space silently with other people, choosing to talk if I want to, or going completely silent if I feel like it. So at this point, I'm just kind of doing two scales at a time. And none of this needs to be absolutely measurement perfect because it's a textured fabric that isn't going to sit fully flat anyway. Just as long as things are laying the way they're supposed to based on the smocking and there isn't any like huge glaring issues. I don't care if these scales are slightly different. It's an organic project. You know? we're halfway there. Like, look at this. Not done. Done. Not done. Done. Really see it. It's beautiful. And I do not mind saying so myself. I am damn proud of this fabric. Always believe you should take pride in your work, especially when you are proud of yourself. And I'm proud of myself. This project in general, I'm really, really proud of how it's coming together. Because it's definitely exceeding my expectations for sure. Sometimes you have to coax a few of these pleats. Get their house in order, you know? Oh, part of me kind of wants to move up this way and then get up in here because keeping moving this is getting kind of fussy. Some nice iron ASMR. Like, hey, I took the liberty of pressing those shirts for you. This has taken so much water in my iron to be pressing this. But at least it's working. Hot. I think I may stop here for now. Um, I've got places to be in just a little bit, so I am going to finish getting ready for that. Anyways, if you enjoyed this little Zen moment of hanging out with me live in my studio, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. That way, YouTube knows that you like what you just saw. And if you did like what you just saw, then you'll be notified next time that I'm live. So yeah, the next video that's coming out on my channel is probably going to be about just finishing the body of the jacket. And then I'm going to start doing videos on each of the detail pieces and attaching it to the body of the jacket. And then it'll probably be pants kind of simultaneously with that. Shirt will be after the pants or maybe before the pants, I'm not sure. And then I think the crown, I am making a crown for this outfit. I'm going to do like soon. It's something that I'm playing with right now and I'm kind of hyper focused on it. So I think there'll be a video with that. But no guarantees. We're just gonna see. If the creative bug bites me and I just ignore recording everything, well, that happens. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one, and you all have a great rest of your week. Now it's time to remember how to end this.